Just before we start, if you're new around here, if you'd like to subscribe, that would be great. If you could give me a like, that would be great. Any comments down below, greatly appreciated. If you're a regular follower, welcome back, because we're AFC Fylde. We've done back-to-back promotions. We're now in Sky Bet League 2, and we've done back-to-back FA Trophy wins as well. So we've been to Wembley twice. Not many fans turned up. A little bit of a bugbear that. But hey-ho, we move on. And we're now looking to start live in Sky Bet League 2. But before we do all that, let's have a quick look back at what happened last season and have a little bit of a season review, shall we? So the new arrivals, Finn Cousins-Dawson, 21-year-old centre-back, came in from Bradford City for 160,000, made 13 appearances, 1 goal, 2 assists, an average rating of 7.28. Sean McAllister, who we had on loan from Everton, the 21-year-old winger. Unfortunately, Everton wouldn't let him have us again, so we've lost McAllister. But he made 32 appearances, 4 goals, 10 assists, 7.16 rating. Romain Mundle, that we brought in from Tottenham, what a superstar, and I've managed to sign him on a new contract, which is really important. So he made 39 appearances, 4 goals, 6 assists, 7.15 rating. Dixon Bonner from QPR, 14 appearances, 5 goals, 2 assists, 7.11. And our goalkeeper that we got from Luton, he's actually down as the star signing of the season. Made 56 appearances and 7.09. If we just have a look at his overall stats for the season, 46 appearances, 51 conceded, which is just over a goal a game, and 16 clean sheets, 3 player of the match. So Isted did really well for us. The board were highly delighted. Season to remember. It was a season of unlikely yet jubilant success for the Coasters, who found form during the middle of the season and never looked back, going on to a competition win few thought possible. I thought it was possible. Anyway, so the board expectation for the season was mid-table. They would have been quite happy with mid-table. As it was, we finished first as champions and got promoted. Average home attendance, I know, gonna say it again, a little bit of a bugbear with me. The ground holds 6,000, and we'll keep repeating this because going forward, not quite sure whether I'm very happy with this. The average home attendance, 2,472. So the fans are not turning up. And as we saw at Wembley in the FA Trophy final, Eastleigh brought quite a few thousand with them. Behind 1 goal, they were quite well packed in. Our fans, not so much. Top goal scorer was Luke Charman. And I got an A+. The board are pleased that the team won the Vanarama National this season. Quick look at the finances now. Sponsorship was nearly double, up to 78,000. Broadcast revenue slightly up at 20,000. Corporate and hospitality over double, 95,000, up from 44. Competition prize money was down by half really, and match day commercial and retail was 285,000, up from 167,000. We sold 493 shirts. Any guesses who got the top shirt sales? Yeah, Charm. He was going to do all day long, really. Connor Wickham, weirdly, was in there. Mundle, I mean, not surprisingly. Rowley, not surprisingly. Casada Thorne didn't play a lot of games, but he's still a 5-star rated potential player. So I've still got high hopes for him. We'll see if we can slot him into the team somewhere this season. And in our little awards ceremony that we hold every year, Luke Charman was the fans player of the season. Young player of the season was Sean McAllister. Like I say, he's gone back to Everton now. He was on loan and they won't let us have him again. So we don't have the money to buy him. It's a little bit unfortunate, but we've made some signings and you'll see them shortly. Sign of the season, Harry Isted, the 27-year-old goalkeeper. Goal of the season, Joe Rowley. Top goal scorer, obviously, Charman, 46 goals. Most assists, Joe Rowley. He's our inverted winger on the left-hand side. 12 assists, so not too shabby. And most player of the match awards as well, Luke Charman with 12. Record breakers, Harry Isted, the goalkeeper, 20 clean sheets. Very, very nice. I mean, you know, in a team, you need your defence and your goalkeeper to be playing as well as your strikers. So that's very pleasing to see. Highest transfer paid was Aaron Bolger, 235,000 we paid for him. Think I may be slightly overpaid for him, but these things happen in football. Sometimes you need a player to fill a position. I've already signed a player, I think, who's going to replace him, or at least will be before him in the queue. Highest transfer fee received, Jimmy Gower, 166,000 we got for him. The good news is I've managed to get him back again on loan for this coming season. So that's great news for us, because Jimmy Gower is an amazing player for us, and that is fantastic news. And the fastest goal was 27 seconds, and of course it was Charman, wasn't it? And a little bit about me. Yeah, you know I like talking about me. I mean, weirdly in the season, I only got one manager a month, which was in December, but I did scoop a manager of the year, so that was very, very nice. And there we have it, Gobby Gaffer named manager of the year. Just have a quick look at the supporter profile as well. We put on a few thousand social media followers. Season ticket holders, 1,575. There's actually nobody on the waiting list. I'm going to stop saying it because it's going to get a little bit boring. The family supporter profile, the family section is down 21%. Core is slightly up 31%. Fair weather 13%, corporate 4%, casual 19%, hardcore we only have 12% hardcore supporters. So moving on slightly now to the upcoming season, took this snapshot on the 26th of June, and the media think that, or thought that we were going to finish 11th, 16-1 to finish 11th. We have no players whatsoever in the media dream 11. And I think we might have, I think Kwamina and Mundell are in key players, but we've only got 2 in there, and they are quite low down. So I don't think at that moment we were very highly respected. However, another screenshot of the 16th of July now, and I will show you the new signings and the new incomings shortly. But now the media are rating us to finish 9-1 in 6th place. We still have no players in the media dream 11. We still have Kwamina and Mundell in key players, but we have jumped up to 6th place now, which I think would give us a playoff position. So the media think my signings have bolstered the team and made us a bit more of an attractive proposition. And one thing I am liking is the board's expectation. Their ambition for the club is the same as mine, really. So at the end of this coming season now, they want to record a Sky Bet League 2 top half finish. So they're not worried about relegation or anything like that. They've obviously got confidence in me and my new signings. The end of next season, they want to be in the playoffs, and thereafter they want to be in the playoffs. So reasonable ambition, seeing as, a couple of seasons ago we were in the Vanarama National North. Okay, we were favourites to win that league, but we've now jumped up to Sky Bet League 2, so the ambition is quite good and it matches mine. So moving on to incomings, what I like to do, particularly when I'm with the managing smaller clubs, you do get a list comes through of players that are being released from the Premier League clubs. Young kids, 17, 18, 19 years old. Did it last season, picked Kwamina up, picked 1 or 2 players up that, look really good potential. And this season is no different. Did the same thing, the end of last season. So I picked up a total of picked up a total of 8 young players. 5 of them came from Arsenal, 6 of them came from Arsenal, 1 from Chelsea, 1 from Liverpool. And They all have really good potential, really good potential. I've already played Osman Kamara in the pre-season friendlies, and he's coming as a 2-star with the potential to be 5, and he looks a really good, exciting player. I mean, if you look at his physicals, I mean, obviously we need to work a little bit on his technicals and mentals, but physical-wise, he's astounding. And this is a centre half I've been banging on about. I spoke about him towards the end of last season. He's come in as a 3.5-star with the potential to be 5, and I think you can agree he looks an amazing prospect. So you'll be seeing plenty of him. And as for more established players who are going to drop straight into the first team, we do need to replace the right winger who's gone back to Everton. So in that light, I've signed Odin Bailey, free transfer. He's coming in as a 3-star, potential to be 4. So I think he'll do a really good job for us down that right wing. And also for that side as well, DiMaggio Wright-Phillips. I think he's one of Sean Wright-Phillips' kids. And he looks to have, pace, natural fitness, stamina, acceleration. He's got acceleration to burn. Coming as a 3-star, potential to be 4.5. Valued at up to 650,000. So again, we've got 2 players now for that right side, for that right wing, who can do a real good job for us. So another position we're a little bit light in. We were playing Bolger as the box-to-box last season. And he's a fairly young lad. So I've dipped in and brought in on a free again, 27-year-old Jordan Rossiter. And he looks to have the credentials to be a good box-to-box midfield player who I think will play, obviously we're stepping up slightly, Sky Bet League 2. We need somebody with a little bit more experience in there. And I can feed Bolger in. And Dixon Bonner as well can come in there. So the young kids can, come in and deputise for him. But I think he will be a good signing for us. And my director of football's been doing a little bit of stuff as well. So he's brought in Adiemo and Ben from Dorchester and Wheelstone. Couple of young kids, they'll go into the under-21s, under-18s. So the right wing-back position was a little bit of a problem. I had Aina, who I played there most of the season, but he's a young lad and his potential, now we're moving up the leagues, his potential's not amazing. We had Barrett as well, who, again, not amazing. I did bring in Tafari Moore, who is on screen now, 27-year-old, but he's now classed as a fringe player in his prime years, and his potential is only 2.5-star. So with that in mind, I brought a couple of new players in. So the first one is a 26-year-old James Gibson, and he's a 3.5-star. He's an important player who could still improve, apparently. So a little bit more experience down that right side instead of playing, young kids in there. And also a 26-year-old Northern Irish Conor McDermott. Again, it's only saying he's a fringe player, 3-star, not got a huge amount of potential ability, but he's got experience and his physicals look really good. In fact, he looks a good overall, a rounded player. So I've got 2 experienced players now for that right wing back role. Left wing back, I've got Kwamina and Linton, one of the other young kids I picked up in the last season's transfer window. One of the young kids I got from the Premier League teams. So I think we're fairly covered now across the whole of the team. So I think we're all nicely caught up there now with my activity through the summer. We just have a look. I mean, we are coming up now. It's the 4th of August, so we're coming up to the first game of the season. So we'll just have a quick look through the club now, just see where we're at with staffing, finances, players that we've acquired. Just have a quick look through the squad planner now. So goalkeeper-wise, we've got Istid as the main goalkeeper. Chibuez, he looks an amazing young prospect, 20-year-old. He came in from Leicester, so we got him on a free. Very, very nice indeed. Right wing back, we've got the 2 new lads, Gibbons and McDermott. Centre backs now, we've got Kakuri, who is the 18-year-old I've got high hopes for. He's going to come straight into the team. We've got Charlie Wiggett. I brought Charlie Wiggett back in again from the wilderness. Hopefully this season he won't whinge about his positioning, because again, I've got high hopes for him. But we've also got Cousins Dawson who can play in there, and we have got the team leaders of Whitmore and Davis who can play in there as well. So we've got plenty of cover at centre back. Left wing back, we've got Kwamina, again, really high hopes for him. We've got Linton. You didn't see an awful lot of him last season. He was having a little bit of a whinge, but, we've got some good cover there. Box to box, we've got the new lad Rossiter, but Bolger and Dixon Bonner behind him. We've got a few, Corness, Kirby. Charlie Wellens, he's one of the young kids who is coming through. He can sit in there as well. Mazzala, we've got Mundell, who is an amazing player. But again, we've got Dixon Bonner, Corness, Kirby, Wellens, who can fit in there as well. The advanced playmaker, Jimmy Gower, I said before, got him back on loan for the rest of the season. Absolutely brilliant bit of business, that. But we've got a few players who can play. Odin Bailey, who the new right winger, he can play in there. Wellens can play in there as well. Dixon Bonner. Osman Kamara can play in there, one of the young kids. Left wing, Joe Rowley, obviously. Lewis Kumas, again, one of the young kids. It's going to be quite a young side, this, or at least when I play, the young players in there, it's going to be quite a young side. And then up front, Luke Charman. Let's see how he does in Sky Bet League 2. Charlie Brown. Can he hit the ground running in Sky Bet League 2? We'll have to see. Staffing wise, I've been doing a lot of work on the staff. A lot of them were out of contract, so I brought new coaches in. As you can see now, the board have given me more coaches, so we have 10 coaches now. I have 2 goalkeeping coaches, 2 fitness coaches. As you can see, we're top of the shop in every department now in Sky Bet League 2, which is quite amazing when you think where we've come from. Scouting, not too bothered about scouting at this. We can actually have another scout. I've got 5 out of 6. We're not top of the shop for scouting, but the scouts that I've got, they're not amazing. They're doing a half decent job. Some of the players that have come in for me have not been what they were rated at, so I don't rate my scouting team that highly. But we're doing okay. And then the medical team, again, we're top of the shop in medical. We've got 3 physios, sports scientists, a chief doctor, head physio, head of sports science. So staffing wise, I've beefed it all up nicely. So this is the schedule for the season. So the first game that we play is at home to Mansfield. Always nice to get off with a home game and hopefully a nice win. Caribou Cup first round, fairly tough game away at Preston. So I had a really good target, a young kid, a young striker, and they nipped in and signed him at the last minute. We could have had a really good young striker on board. We've got a bit of a score to settle with Preston. Competitions this season, obviously Sky Bet League 2, we're in the FA Cup, we're in the Caribou Cup, and we're in the Papa John's Trophy. Quick reminder as well, board expectation, they want us to finish in the top half this season, and at the moment I'm on a B+ for my contribution to it all. And lastly, the finances. We've got 1.6 million in the bank. The chairman did put some money into the club because we were looking at a little bit of a dicey situation, but he's pumped some money into it, 1.6 million. I've still got a transfer budget of 90,000 and I'm a couple of thousand under my wage budget as well. So if I do need to dip into the transfer market for anything, I think goalkeeper-wise and striker-wise, we may be a little bit light. If Charman gets an injury, we've only really got Charlie Brown to rely on. There are a couple of other new players, the wingers, who can fill in there. We'll have to see how they go. If Isted gets injured, we've got the young lad to come in as well. But Sky Bet League 2, is that a good idea? I don't know, but I've got some money to spend. Got a couple of grand in wages, and I've got 90,000 as well. So we'll have to see how it goes. I've got a very, very big squad now. I am trying to move a few players out as we speak, but wages seems to be a little bit of a problem. And at the moment, I think Pollock, when... who else did we move out? So I moved somebody else out as well. I've only managed, I think, actually to move 2 players out, and I think one of them's gone on loan. In fact, they might have both gone on loan. Nobody seems to want to buy any of my players, so I've got a really big squad, and I'm going to have to try and manage that. Anyway, enough of all of that waffling. We're in a new league now, and we're not favourites anywhere near this time to win this league. I think Wickham are favourites for the league. They've got about half of the Media Dream 11. So we know that game's going to be a tough game for us and going to be very watchable as well. But we're going to get stuck in now. We're going to play a game, and let's see how my team performs, and let's see how the new signings bed in. So let's get stuck in, shall we? Let's go and get in the dugout. Well, welcome to Mill Farm for our first home game in Sky Bet League 2. And the team for today is, and it's a little bit of an unfamiliar team, I think we've got 5 new starters. So we've got Isted in goal, we've got a back 4 of Kwamina, Kokori, Wiggett and Gibbons. So a little bit of a change around there in the back 4. We've got Mundell and the new box-to-box midfielder Rossiter. Gower, the lad we've got back on loan again, amazing player Gower. As advanced playmaker. The 2 wingers today, 2 new wingers. We've got Kumas as the inverted winger on the left, and we've got Wright Phillips as the winger on the right. And who else would it be up front? Luke Charman. Let's hope he can carry on where he left off last season. Another 40 goals this season would probably see us in the playoffs, to be honest. But, well, like I said last season, we do need to start providing a few goals from elsewhere as well. So let's see how we do. And away we go. So Mansfield. The media prediction for them, I think, is about 15th. So 20-1 they are in Sky Bet League 2. And Mansfield have the first highlight. Ball forward. Wiggett comes around, picks that up. Kwamina, big ball forward for somebody to run onto. It's too long, unfortunately. But Kwamina there. Kwamina, at the end of last season, did try to sign him on a new contract. Wasn't interested at all. He wanted bigger and better things. But I don't know whether it's the new signings I've made, but I just offered him a new contract, and he signed it. So we've got Kwamina now for another 3 seasons. He's quite happy, and that should be... Who scores the first goal of our Sky Bet League 2 reign? Charman. So we're 1-0 up. So Kokori here did some nice work there in midfield. And Kumas, lovely ball in the box for Charman to nod home. Very, very nice indeed. We actually look like I don't want to speak too soon, but... the ground looks like 3/4 full. Have we actually woken the supporters up for once? Come on, lads. Keep hold of this ball now. Kumas. Played. Oh, nicely picked out. Kumas. Ball forward for Charman. Charman has lost it. Well, Gower's picked it up. Kumas again. To Mundell, into Charman, 2-0. As easy as shelling peas. This Kumas is looking really nice, isn't he, on this left-hand side? Joe Rowley, watch out, lad. Mundell, nice ball across. And there's Luke Charman for his 2nd goal of the season. Already, we've only been playing 20 minutes and he's got 2 goals. And believe it or not, he's not in the top goal scorers list. Luke Charman's just got his hat-trick. Oh, it's been flagged offside. Now that's a shame. But let's not be greedy. Yeah, Luke Charman, I don't think he was last season either. For some reason, he doesn't seem that highly rated, which is very, very odd. He's never wanted by anybody. Nobody's tracking his progress, which is great for us. Because, you know, if he goes on and scores another 40 goals, then, I mean, who am I to complain? Right, 2-0. So we need to keep it nice and tight at the back now. So let's see what Wright Phillips can do down that right-hand side. Nice ball into the box. Didn't find anybody, unfortunately. It's a little bit behind, wasn't it? Could have done with a little bit of bend on that, just to bend it onto Sharman's head. Mansfield. Oh, Isted. What a howler. What a howler. Back to 2-1. I mean, that is worth watching again, only for the fact that Isted made a howler, and Gibbons didn't cover himself in glory there either, did he? Can we get to half-time? We've had the better of the first... Well, actually, yeah, we have had the better of the first half. Mansfield have had more shots, but our XG is much better. Right, dressing room. You're doing well. Keep working hard until full time. Not quite sure how many subs were allowed in this division. Should have had a look at that, shouldn't I? Bit remiss. 60 minutes on the clock. We're doing quite nicely. Kokori at the back is looking quite tired. Might make a little bit of a change shortly. Ball into Charman. Out to Kumas. Kumas is coming in. He's going to bang. Oh, I thought he was going to score with that then. He's had a really good game up to now. 7.2 he's on. Right, Phillips. Great tackle, to be fair. That's a lovely ball down this left-hand side. Need to keep an eye on this now. Oh, that's looking bad. Oh, Isted. He's made up for his first half howler. Nice save. Come on, lads, keep switched on. I think we're going to be making a sub or two after this corner. Headed out. Kokori with the ball. Couple of subs have replaced both my central defenders. So McDermott has come in as a ball-playing defender, and Whitmore's come in as a central defender on defensive duties. I'm just going to make the two for now. Don't really want to disrupt the team too much. But Mansfield have a corner. That's headed away. Get your head on that ball. Come on, somebody put the foot on the ball. Ball over the top for Johnson. And that's the equaliser. Oh! Well spotted. What was that? It must have been flagged offside. Oh, it was. It was arm hairs. Arm hair offside. Okay, 2 more subs. Apparently we can make 5 subs. Very, very nice. So Wright Phillips was on yellow. So I brought the young kid Wellens on the right wing. And I also brought Corness on to replace Gower, who was looking quite tired. Sharman, header. Gibson Hammond with the ball on that right-hand side. We need to be a little bit wary. Yeah, Isted again. 2-2. That was horrible. Okay, last throw of the dice. I've dropped Corness back to replace Mundle, and I brought Charlie Brown on up front. Just see if we can nick a winner in this game. And it's not to be. It's a 2-2. Not too shabby. It's a little bit of a shame that we couldn't hold on. I mean, we scored 2 goals. Sharman on fire again. 2-0 up. Coming back to 2-2. Not amazing. I'm going to give them a bit of a roasting, actually, because I need to keep them on the toes. That kind of thing is not acceptable. You know, we've stepped up a division now, and we need to be switched on. But it's early days, a 2-2 draw to start the season off, not too shabby. It's a little bit of a shame, that one. I thought we had that game won, particularly when Sharman scored those 2 early goals. But unfortunately, I think fitness took a bit of a toll there. We've actually only played, I think it's 3 or 4 pre-season friendlies, so we are still building up to full fitness, and I think we did okay. You know, I'd have been happy if we'd have let them 2 goals in, but going forward, I think we've got the signs of a half-decent team here. The young lad out on the left wing had a really good game, really pleased with him. So anyway, it's onward and upward. So I think next game now, we're going to come straight back for the Caribou Cup game against Preston. They're in Sky Bet League 1, so it's quite a good test for us. I mean, if our ambition is to get in there, then it's, you know, it's going to be a good test for us. Anyway, so I'll say it again. If you're a new subscriber, then great. Hopefully you've subscribed. Hopefully you've given me a like. Hopefully you've made a comment down below. And to all the people who have already subscribed and are sticking with me, that's fantastic. Stick with the Gobby Gaffer, because we're on the up. We're definitely on the up. We'll see you very shortly for the next episode.